Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Texas City Tells. My name is Darcy.
And I'm Ramari.
And on today's episode, we have Dr. Warren Nichols. He's the president of College of the Mainland.
Hello.
Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you.
Can you give us a little spiel of what happens at College of the Mainland? Might not be little, but
the short spiel is that it's a College of the Mainland is what they call a comprehensive community college, where we offer everything from classes, what they call the core basic courses that students would take before they go off to university for the four-year degree program. But then about 50% of our students are in what we call workforce programs, leading directly into the workforce. And it could be anything from fire to EMS, paramedic, police, registered nurse.
Right. P-Tech, right?
P-Tech, thank you. P-Tech is one of those. And those are designed to get a student in and out as quickly as possible.
Perfect. Definitely.
I know there were some talks about maybe offering four-year degrees. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, we have the state a couple years ago now mandate allowed where any community college could offer up to 5 bachelor's degree programs.
Okay.
And we have moved forward with one, which is a Bachelor of Science in Nursing. And the nursing, currently at the college, we have a student can start anything from a, from a registered, from a phlebotomist.
Oh, okay.
You know, you can start off as a phlebotomist. You could go into being an EKG specialist.
Okay.
You can become a licensed vocational nurse. All of those are very short-term things, time to become educated in them. Then you can go to work and get a job. Hospitals hire those people like crazy. Once you get that job, if you wanted to, you could come back and get into the 2-year nursing program, which if you work for a hospital, traditionally they will pay for.
Okay.
While you're working for the hospital. But then you go back to work as a 2-year RN. We now have the BSN, the Bachelor of Science in Nursing program, which is a 4-year degree program, which most of the hospitals are now requiring, most of the nurses. And the great thing about that is that you can start at COM and end at COM, and it's the exact same tuition throughout. We don't increase to university prices for that 4-year degree program.
That's incredible.
That's amazing.
Yeah, so that's our first. We haven't yet identified what the other 4 will be.
Okay. And is that in effect now?
It is.
Okay.
We have students in that BSN program this semester.
I love that.
And I mean, with UTMB and all these hospitals, like just literally popping up a new clinic or everywhere, it just makes sense.
And the huge nursing shortage and burnout rate is considerable. And a lot of the existing nurses are baby boomers, and so they're kind of trying to find their way out or into other positions.
So speaking of burnout, I know the pandemic caused a lot of that as of recently. How did COVID affect College of the Mainland?
You know, it impacted us just like it did everyone else. Nationwide, the community college enrollment dropped by anywhere from 7% down up to 21% in enrollment. Of course, all of us had to go from a brick and mortar type of one-to-one, face-to-face to more of a online, and we did that as well. We were probably a little bit better equipped to go online than Benny because we're in a hurricane area.
Oh, okay.
A couple of years prior to that, we had already implemented with all of our faculty and staff giving everybody a laptop computer so that they could, in case of
an emergency,
they could take it home and still stay in connection and contact. So unlike many others, we didn't have to go and buy all of that and train them up front. We still had a lot of online training to do. Do not misunderstand.
Yeah.
Faculty and staff came through beautifully. We dropped in enrollment wise about 11%.
Okay.
Now we are post that, and classes just started a week last Monday now, and we're up over 14% over last year in enrollment, and we are now back above where we were before COVID.
Excellent.
So we're very fortunate to get students back.
Yeah.
Do y'all think what's driving that enrollment is all the remodeling and stuff that's taking place?
I believe so.
Yeah,
I
it's
think
looking real
so.
fine.
College of the Mainland, for anyone who's been in the area a while, realizes that our buildings were old and kind of outdated.
Mm-hmm.
And and while the quality of instruction never changed,
Of course.
I've always heard that the community thought we were producing a good product, a good student. Our curb appeal was horrific. And so, among other things, we needed to improve the curb appeal so that people would want to go there.
Yeah.
And then once they get there, hopefully they like what they see and they stick around.
Yeah.
So, and we were limited on what we could offer as far as programs because we were just capped out because we had enrollment had grown, but we hadn't built any new facilities.
Okay.
So with the new science technology building and the new industrial careers building, which by the way, the industrial careers building will have the ribbon cutting and tours on October 21.
I registered for that.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so that'll
I'm
be
nosy. I
October
want to see it.
21.
I want to see it.
It's in the afternoon.
Okay.
But but now that we have those, we can create and offer some additional programs, which this area desperately needed.
Needs.
That now gives us a chance to do. So all of that, I believe, helped.
Yeah.
Has College of the Mainland always been located in Texas City?
Well, it's about it started in the 1960s and it was in other remote location besides the main campus where it is now. But yeah, it's always been in Texas City.
Okay.
Yeah.
I went there.
Did you?
Yes, we did the collegiate school, whatever
yeah.
you could do with the senior in high school, and that was really beneficial. Me and my twin sister did, and I believe my brother did as well. But one thing is, whenever I went to university, and I'm really bad at math, really bad. Their college algebra, I could not handle it, and then so I had to come here and take like the remedial or whatever the in betweens are.
Yeah.
But we met every single day, and I think with that literally like made it stick to my head, and that's the only way that I could pass college algebra.
Well, something your viewers may appreciate. I won't tell you how many times I repeated college algebra.
See, it's so hard.
before I got it, but it was more than 2 times.
Okay, well, it took me twice too. So.
But no, it's more than 2 times.
Okay. Oh, see, terrible at math already.
But part of it is you kind of have to do the homework, and for some reason,
Yeah, that's a big part.
quite
Yeah,
with
it's
it.
half of
But
that.
anyway, in today's world, the only people who have to take college algebra are those that are going into the sciences. Okay, so if you're going into journalism, communication, whatnot, you're going to take statistics or business, math.
Man, y'all
And
got lucky.
So all of that has changed now.
I was good at math.
I was like, I bet you were good at math.
I went all the way up to trig. Now, the class that I had to repeat way too many times, it's embarrassing because I'm not a native of Texas. I had to take Texas history like twice
Dang.
because me and history,
Yeah.
it doesn't
But you
work.
know your Texas history now. Huh?
Don't give me a quiz.
I mean, so if we
Dr.
asked
Moore.
you where the Alamo was, you would know right off.
Yes, San Antonio.
Oh, good
There you go.
job. Good
But
job.
don't ask me what year it happened because
Oh, I don't even know that.
I will
but
learn it one
sorry.
day.
March 1836.
Perfect.
Good job.
Yeah.
Can you speak a little bit about the Promise Pledge?
Yeah, promise is basically, it can get complicated, but it doesn't have to be. Anyone in our taxing district, that would be Texas City, City of Texas City, Lamarck, Hitchcock, Santa Fe, or Dickinson. All of those are the communities that support College of the Mainland with their property tax. If you are a resident of one of those cities, and if you graduated from high school, you can come to College of the Mainland, tuition and fees free for up to 2 years.
That's amazing. That's unheard of.
And this is all being done based upon philanthropy. No assessed tax is going into that. Now it started right here in the city of Texas City. Conversations I had with then Mayor Matt Doyle, we worked this out where the Economic Development Group committed $1 million. so that any resident of Texas City, now this is kind of important for your viewers,
Okay.
any resident of Texas City. Now you may attend high school in Dickinson, or you may be a GED or a homeschool student, but if you are a resident of Texas City and you graduate from high school, you can come to College of the Mainland, tuition fees for up to 2 years, 60 hours of college.
Man,
Yeah.
I mean, that'd make a huge dent.
It has, and
You know?
it's starting to grow. The important part about this is it changes the conversation around the dinner table at
Right.
home. You know, in the city of Texas City, they tell me at the schools, somewhere in excess of 70% of our students are on free and reduced lunch.
Right.
Right? So what that means is when mom and dads are talking to their kids, it's, you know, the conversation might be about, am I going to be able to go to college? Okay, are we going to be able to afford that?
Right.
Afford it. Right.
And how much of the student loan is going to cost us? Totally change that dynamic. Now it's not a matter of can I go to college? It's when you go to college,
Yeah.
you need to be prepared.
Right.
Yeah.
Start studying in 8th grade, right?
Exactly,
Start studying,
yeah.
Get those histories, those math.
Yeah.
Get on your math.
And because you can go to college if you want to.
Yeah. Can you tell, I guess, what can you accomplish in 2 years?
Oh, you can accomplish so much. And again, we have like the P-TECH program. The plans tell me that a student completing the 2-year degree can go to P-TECH program and start off on the low end of $78,000 a year.
Right.
At the low end, and then by the time you do your overtime and all that, you're 100,000 plus.
Right.
You can become a nurse, firefighter, EMT, paramedic, law enforcement. You can go into respiratory care, a rad tech, imaging, something, you know, along those lines. There are so many different fields that one can get into with a 2-year degree. And more and more are coming. Even if you pay attention to what President Obama spoke about, President Biden, what he talks about, some about what President Trump talked about when he was in office, they are moving away from people needing a 4-year degree and more into the workforce skills. So those I just described, or if you want to go that route. If you want to do the other route where you're getting like a plumber, a welder,
Right.
heating and air
Like a
conditioning,
trade.
Nutrition. Yeah.
the
type
trades,
thing.
the skills, making very good money, good jobs. All of that can be done at College of the Mainland.
Yeah. And this is in our backyard.
It's in our backyard. Yep.
You got to take advantage.
Should.
Speaking of backyards, this is a little bit of a curveball
Yeah.
question. How did you guys end up with so many ducks and geese and birds?
Well, the short story
Okay.
is that when the college was first built and the lake was put in there, Lake Eckert, a benefactor brought some ducks to the lake in memory of the Olympians that were killed back in Germany years ago.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
I think it's Germany. And it was 6 ducks. And they grew and they grew
Yeah.
and they multiplied
Multiply.
and they do what those ducks
Right.
do. We have now, over those 50 plus years of the college, generation upon generation upon generation has come to the college to feed the ducks, right? You know, my grandparents brought me, I
Yeah.
brought my kid, you know, and so we've had we've got a few, and then because we have some, other people think it's okay to bring theirs and dump them there,
Oh, no.
so we end up with more.
I believe it.
We have been over the last year and a half, an intentional reduction of the numbers in a humane way. Let me make sure you're not in a humane way. We collect eggs out of the nest so that we're not getting a lot of new ones.
Gotcha.
And then we've tried to, over time, not replace those that we lose. You know, when you come to the camp, when the very first time I came to the campus for my interview 5.5 years ago, walking the interior of the campus, and I see the signs that talk about beware of the geese because they may bite. I don't think that's what we really ought to be
Right.
Yeah. No, they are
promoting.
aggressive.
Yeah, again, especially during mating season.
Right.
And so, so we're taking that seriously. So we're slowly reducing it, but we want to keep enough around the lake so that the next generation can
Yeah.
can
Right.
take their children
There's
there.
still
And
plenty
that's their
there.
home. And
Yeah.
so during COVID, we kind of discovered that there was that track around the lake.
Yeah.
And so we would do that as like our little outing,
Yeah, good.
social distancing.
Yeah.
And I would tell the kids, okay, this is where they live, so be respectful of them.
Yeah.
Right.
Don't make eye contact.
They're coming for you.
And don't run if they chase you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah.
What was your first job that you ever had?
Started at 14 years of age, working. That's probably when I didn't do well in high school. 14, I was worked at it wasn't a Dairy Queen, but it's like
Okay.
a Dairy Queen.
Okay.
And for 50 cents an hour, my job was to take a head of ice cold lettuce and peel it into $half-a-dollar size pieces that would fit beautifully on a hamburger.
On a hamburger.
And I would go right after work, right after high school. I'd go right after school and go straight there, and middle school and then high school, and then go there and do that until about 8 o'clock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
First job.
Interesting. I taught swimming lessons in my backyard.
Did you?
Mhm.
In your backyard?
Mm-hmm. My mom made me.
That's cool.
But
though.
yeah, that was my very first job.
Yeah.
Yeah. My very first job was Toys R Us.
Cool.
I worked for Toys R Us.
You did?
Was it Zales Corporation? No, it was a different toy store, but yeah, years ago, owned by Zales Corporation.
Okay.
I bet that'd be fun.
It
Kinda,
was
sorta.
intense. It was seasonal, so
Yeah.
people want what they want. And when you don't have it, they're not always nice.
Yeah. Now I guess my first real job was working at Six Flags Over Texas and
Cool.
Arlington,
Yeah.
which is where I met my wife. She was a ride operator and I was a security officer there.
Cool.
So
That
that's
sounds
what
fun.
I did.
I
That's
know.
what we did in the summers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that.
I never got to work at a theme park.
Oh, it's fun. It was
Yeah,
the greatest
I
job.
bet. I bet.
Good job. Good
One
job.
of my most favorite jobs I ever had, and this is a segue to, was working at Hollywood Video.
Yeah.
And people would come in all the time, what's that movie that has so-and-so in it? And da-da-da. And I just helped them figure it out. And I was really good at it. And
Yeah.
that was one of my favorite jobs.
She's still really good at it.
It's one of my favorite jobs. Anywho, apart from this one. Duh.
So, what kind of internship opportunities do you all have?
We really don't have much in the way of internships, honestly. When you're talking about the nursing, there's a component of the nursing where they have what they call clinicals and practicums, where they have to go in and do some things. But most of our programs right now, we're looking to change that, by the way.
Okay.
But most of our programs right now do not really have an internship capability. We've visited with like the P-TECH program with the plants of late. Not an internship. They won't do an internship, but allow our students while they're in the program to go to the sites, tour it, to
Right.
make sure it's what they wanted
To see
Yeah.
it
to
first.
do.
To
you
witness.
know, those type of things. Our teachers have something similar when they go in and halfway through their training and put in a classroom to make sure that that's really what they want to do. But internships is not really something that we have done a lot of at this point.
Understood.
Y'all offer continued education
We do.
courses, and some of those sound really fun.
We do. That breaks down into many areas. You have the continuing education, which is what they call the leisure section, and a lot of that is for our lifelong learners, which is our adult 50
Yeah.
plus. Anybody can do it, but it's
Right.
primarily for the 50 plus, and that's everything from ceramics to pottery to yoga to dance.
Is cake decorating still offered? Because my mom was looking
Decorating
at that
is
one.
doing it. Then we also have photography, and that group also takes tours. They just came back from Ireland not too long ago.
What?
Oh, wow.
Yeah, they'll travel to the museums in Houston area, but then they'll take 2 or 3 other programs a year where they go out Italy,
Yeah.
Ireland,
Man.
Spain. So that's good. And
Yeah.
then you have the other continuing education, which is really more for the customized workforce. People that need additional training for their job can come back and we'll freshen their skills on anything from conversational Spanish to typing. Microsoft don't call it typing anymore. I know that.
Right.
But the keyboarding, but
Right.
power, Microsoft or whatnot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Learning
Yeah.
all
Office
the-
can get
Yeah.
complicated.
Yeah,
Especially every
yeah.
time they come out with an update. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You do the Lean Six Sigma, lots of different type of things.
My grandma is actually in the lifelong learners
Is she?
program. She loves it. I feel like she's always on the move.
Taking some new stuff.
I know before COVID, they used to go to a lot of plays,
Yeah.
and so
Well, we still do the plays now.
okay,
Yeah. They just finished one, I think involving Smurfs or something. I'm not sure what. No, it wasn't.
Fun.
It was SpongeBob.
Oh, I love SpongeBob.
SpongeBob. It was about SpongeBob.
Sad I missed it.
Yeah.
Okay,
Top one.
if Jeff Bezos
Uh-huh.
offered you a free ride to space, would you take it?
No.
Me neither. And
And
why
the only
not?
reason is because I would get sick.
Oh, okay.
The opportunity is just amazing. I did get the opportunity several years ago to go parachuting with the Golden Knights, United States Army
Wow.
team, and that was fun.
And you did it?
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Well,
did
if you
that
could
heartbeat.
parachute, you could go to space.
Well, they it's when you lose your stomach in gravity. That's the only reason I wouldn't do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't enjoy roller coasters because I don't like to lose my stomach.
yeah.
That's the only
That
reason.
drop feeling.
Yeah.
The drop it. That's
Well,
the
he
only
said that's
reason.
why he was in security
Right.
Yeah.
at the
I
theme
like
park.
my, except for jumping out of a perfectly good airplane.
Yeah.
I like my feet firmly on the ground.
Yeah. I wouldn't go. I'd be too scared.
Yeah.
I do like
Yeah.
roller coasters, though, but I'd be too scared.
I love heights. I love roller coasters, but I would respectfully decline. I would go like deep sea
No.
submarine something.
Yeah.
Nope.
I'd like to do that.
Yeah. Yeah. Now my wife and I and our two boys, we all scuba dive, and so we enjoy all that
Yeah.
type of thing as well. But I don't think I'd like to be trapped in a steel tube underwater for months at a time.
No.
Yeah,
No way.
it's true.
What is the last show you've binge watched?
Ooh, oh gosh.
Or do you even have time?
doesn't have time.
No, I mean, I really am. I was kidding you guys earlier that probably, and I'm so dating myself that it's horrible. But that would have been the television show Dallas with Larry Hagman and all that group, and that would have been so many years ago. Both people.
I heard it
Well,
was
they had
really
a retake
popular,
now,
though.
I know, which I didn't
Okay.
watch that.
Yeah.
When we were police officers, we would after shift we would all get together and get the TV would be VCR tape,
Mm-hmm.
and we'd wait and get 2 or 3 of those together, and then we'd go watch them
And y'all watch it together?
as a
That's
shift.
fun.
That's
Yeah.
cool. But hold
Yeah.
on. So you were a police officer.
Yeah.
I didn't
So
know
how
that.
did you become president of College of the Mainland? What was that transition?
Well, I was a police officer in Arlington, and for 10 years, and I was blessed that I got to do a lot of different jobs while I was the police officer.
Mhm.
But I thought one day, even as a police officer, one day I wanted to be a police chief, and to be you didn't need the higher education, but I thought it'd be useful. So I got my bachelor's and my master's in criminal justice while working for the department.
Mm-hmm.
And then a job opening came up at a community college in Victoria, just south of here.
Right.
And they're looking for somebody to start a law enforcement regional academy, which at that point was what I was doing
Already?
in Arlington. And they wanted somebody to create a 2-year degree program at the college, associate degree in criminal justice, which I had gotten my 2-year degree. So I thought I would jump ship, leave the department for a while, and get a straight 8-to-5 job doing that, while then I could spend a little bit more time rearing my 2 boys.
okay.
Because my wife was a soccer coach, she was the t-ball coach,
Oh,
the
yeah.
Cub Scout den leader,
Mm-hmm.
while I'm rotating shifts and doing all of this.
Yeah.
So leaving, and then I'll come back. Eventually, I never came back. 13 years later, I still was at Victoria College teaching. And so now you've been teaching so long that you're realistically probably not going to go back to the PD at that point. So I decided, since I couldn't be a police chief, I'll just become a college president.
There you go.
So I went back, got my doctorate so I could be a college president. And then, about 10 years later,
Here you are.
That's awesome.
What a good story. I didn't know that. Nice.
I like these kind of conversations.
I know, me
because
too.
we not only get to learn more about College of the Mainland, but the people that run it or are behind it and pour their heart into it. So,
well, it is my heart. Community colleges are my heart. I'm a community college graduate. My wife is a community college graduate. Both my boys attended community college, but then went different routes and became. One of my oldest is a owner of his own automotive shop in Georgia, and my other son is a general manager of a construction company. So, they did well
Right.
in the trades and the skills.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You don't need a degree to be successful.
You do not need a college degree. You just need more training.
Yeah.
More experience.
Mm-hmm.
so if someone wants to attend College of the Mainland, where do they go to apply?
Well, they can start off online. Go to our website, www.com.edu. My preference is because I just love face-to-face conversations where you can get questions answered. Just go up to the main building, administration building, which is the Doyle Family Administration Building. That's where you'll find your counselors, advisors, the welcome center, and they can walk you through all of the steps, get you processed, and get you enrolled.
I will say the advisor that I dealt with was very attentive and helped me along my path, especially navigating he was in communication with the university and what I needed to do, and we set a game plan and checked in. And
if we do it right, you're going to come in, and whether you're the 18-year-old right out of high school, or you're that single mother of two that finds herself needing to get back into the workforce, or you're that 35 or 40 or 45 or 50-year-old who just got laid off because of COVID that needs to get reskilled. Same place. Go there and they'll have a long conversation with you. What do you want? And then based upon what you want, we'll tell you how to get there.
So speaking of the Doyle Family Advisory Center,
for
those of you that are playing the Texas City Scavenger Hunt, we have a clue there, I believe.
Yes. I think you can just go visit with the ladies in that building, and then they'll take care of you.
Administration building, yes.
Yes, good job. Good job.
Well, it was really good speaking with you.
It was nice visiting with you guys.
Yes,
thank you for joining.
Coming. Thank you again to Dr. Warren Nichols, President of College of the Mainland, for coming to speak with us today. Thank you to the City of Texas City for sponsoring this podcast. You can watch a new episode every Wednesday on the city's Facebook page, YouTube, city website, or anywhere podcasts are streamed. If there's an entrepreneur, small business, or someone doing amazing work in Texas City that you would like us to speak to, please recommend them in the comments below.
Awesome. Bye.
Bye.